Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a Dell laptop. This is a Dell Precision 3570 model. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up, how you can add extra storage or remove storage in here, and what are the type of storage that you can have in here, and then what are the limits that you can install in here. Just remember, by removing the main storage in here and installing the new storage in there, you will not have any Windows. I made a short video how to create your Windows 11 USB boot drive, and pretty much once you put a new storage in, put the Windows USB boot drive in, power on, follow simple installation of the Windows. It takes literally 5 minutes on this laptop to install the Windows, and you are inside the desktop with a Windows updates, and all the drivers will be installed with no problem. You can follow any of my Windows installation guide, and so you install the Windows the proper way, so you don't have those extra bloatware that is get installed like McAfee, free antivirus, and stuff like that. Follow any of my installation if you want. If you don't, just click next on installation, and you'll be there on no time. But if you don't want to remove your main storage, you just want to add extra storage, there's nothing you have to do anything. There's no configuration. Just put the new storage in, and you're ready to go. All right, with all that said, let's power this off and let's get into it. I'll leave the link for the tools and the storage compatible ones and the one we recommend in the video description in case you want to purchase yours. Tool number one, a good screwdriver. I'll recommend the iFixit screwdriver set as they have all the bits that you need. These are S2 class steel. That means they're really tough in steel. We are going to be using a Phillips number one. I purchased myself this basic tool set, but if you want, you can purchase a Pro set. The Pro set will include you with an opening tool, some tweezers. If not, grab yourself a metallic guitar pick. These metallic guitar picks are suitable to opening cases and covers. With these two on hand, you can pretty much start with no problem. Make sure you power down the computer completely. Don't put on a standby or anything like that. At the bottom, you're going to see a whole bunch of screws. There's a screw in the middle, back mid too. All the screws down here will not come out entirely because they have something called that C-lock. The C-lock will prevent the screw coming out entirely. So pretty much all you have to do is to rotate the screw until it just stops. You feel like it's loosen up, and that's how you want it to. Because if you pull it out, it will not come out. If you pull it too much, it will come out eventually, but you have to push it back in. All you want to do, make sure it's just loosen up. You want to do this for the rest of the screws, for all of them. But if you keep rotating for half an hour one day, you're going to be rotating with no issues. Nothing's going to happen, but you're going to be wasting time. Just rotate until you feel like the screw is out, and that's it. Also, if you guys like this video and helped you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. All right, once we remove the screws, we're going to grab it and we're going to put the opening tool between the bottom cover and the palm rest, and we're going to twist it up like this. Go do this all around on the side a little bit. I'm mistaken about 1 or 2 millimeters of the guitar pick, not the whole guitar pick. So once we have this little gap in there, you want to put your finger on the hinge, lift it up, and pull it up from the side. And you're going to see the whole thing will come out pretty easy, and the screws will stay on the cover. All right, down here we can see this one is being already upgraded. So this is the main storage that they have, and somebody already upgraded to an extra storage. Just remember, to do a storage upgrade, you don't need to disconnect the battery. Absolutely not necessary. But if you think you're going to be flimsy, you might cause an accident, a screw bit fall down, or the screw starts rolling around on the motherboard, sure, go ahead and disconnect the battery. So if you want to be on a safe side, grab this flip thing here, handle, and put a finger right on the motherboard in here, and grab this one and pull it towards the ceiling, towards upward, and the connector will come out loose. Now to remove, let's pretend that this one doesn't exist for 1 second. All right, you might have like this. It was SSD 2, PCI 3, so it's a Gen 3. All right, and it's not compatible with the SATA. It has to be NVMe. So let's see, you can buy the new one. This is a Kingston 1 terabyte. You can get a Samsung 990 Pro. Those are really, really good. I don't have one right in here to show you guys. I have a 980, but you can get up to 2 terabyte 990 Pro with no problem. Because if you go 4 terabyte, you will need some sort of even a slim heatsink, but not a beefy one because otherwise it will not close. A slim heatsink, but 4 terabyte do get really hot, and you will need a beefy heatsink. So go with a at least 2 terabyte NVMe with no heatsink. That will be fine. 990 Pro, those are really good. Make sure the notch on the NVMe matches the notch right on the DIMM. But before we put that down, we want to remove this single screw right in here. These are M.2 screws. If you guys don't have yours, you can purchase. I'll leave the link in the video description. Make sure the notch in here matches the notch right there. You want to bring it down in 45-degree angle, right inside the jack. Push it all the way in, and the SSD will stay up in 45-degree angle. You want to bring it down and make sure the screw hole is nicely fitted at the end of the SSD. And what you want to do is just put up the screw right on top so it will hold it in place. And that's how you can add an extra storage. If you add just this extra and you want to don't touch the main one, that's fine. Go to the Windows, you go to the disk manager, and you just activate the new storage. Now, if you want to remove the main storage, you have to remove 2 screws, one at the back, one right in here, to remove this factory heatsink, which is just an extension with a heatsink. And remove the heatsink right on here. And we can see they do give a thermal pad in here. But from the factory, they give you a really small SSD. This is, I believe, 512 gig. So you can remove this one by removing one screw right at the back here and slide it backward, and grab another NVMe, a full-size NVMe, and put it right in here. These are the short one. You can put a short one, but the full size is better. They have a better heat dissipation and last longer. All right. So this is a Gen 4. The main one is a Gen 4, and the second DIMM is a Gen 3. So I would recommend to grab the old one. Let me see if this is a Gen 4 too. But it doesn't matter. If you can grab this Gen 4 and put it in a Gen 3 slot, and it will work as a Gen 3 specs, and put a new one, Gen 4, 2 terabyte in here, and install your Windows in here. That's the ideal. So to put it back in 45-degree angle, right in there, bring it down, put the screw right at the back, grab the heat thing, set it right on top, and put the 2 screws right on the heat sink. And to finish this part up, once you finish, grab the battery connector. Make sure you evenly bring the connector right on the jack and push it down towards the motherboard. Don't move it around too much, otherwise you're going to create a short. Always bring it up straight in, and you want to push it in. Make sure it clicks in both sides nicely. All right. Once you're done there, you want to grab the bottom cover, put it straight right on top, and you want to pinch the cover together, and you want to hear those big, huge click sounds all around on the back corners. If you see any gaps, openings, just pinch them together. And to finish it up, you just tighten up the bottom screws. Again, once you put the new storage in there, on the main one, you have to install the Windows, create your Windows installation. It's really free to do, and you're set to go. Unless you just added an extra storage there, now you have an extra storage. The transfer files will be super fast between them. Again, if you guys like this video and helped you guys out, if you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.